books that can help you live a better life. All these 3 books are very easy reads. If you're somebody who doesn't enjoy reading and still wants to learn, these will be really light and breezy reads for you, so don't worry about it. So without wasting any more time, let's get started. It's a trilogy by Ryan Holiday, and the first one in that trilogy is The Obstacle Is a Way. And as it says, the ancient art of turning adversity to advantage. I think the biggest eye-opener that I had reading this book was that we have our own challenges, so I'm not going to dismiss them, but they're nothing compared to what our ancestors had. Their challenges were literally to make sure that their family is alive. And that life was so much harder than the challenges that we have today. It also has various stories across times from people who face certain obstacles that help them create something big, a big business or a completely different lifestyle change. And that also depicts that if we face obstacles, we can actually turn that adversity to advantage instead of dwelling in the sadness of experiencing an obstacle. Also, I personally think that when you're going through something, when you're overcoming an obstacle, it helps you develop these certain traits, right, of persistence and consistency, which would otherwise may not be there. So there's actually a lot of good that can come out of things going wrong. And this book is a wonderful read to help you go through that. The second book is Ego is the Enemy, and I think the name depicts exactly what it talks about. I think the thing about ego is that it makes you feel like you're above others, but you're actually not. I'll give you an example which some of you may relate to. So my friend recently told me that she's not going to double text the guy she's interested in. And I'm just thinking, what is double text? What is double text? Like, is it some new thing that I don't know? What she actually meant was sending 2 messages. And I'm like, why can't you send 2 messages? And she told me that it's going to look too excited and that she's eager, whereas he should be chasing her. What are these stupid games? They're so shallow. Ego orgasms, as I term it, these ego orgasms are actually disrupting things that are so pure and sacred. Also, today we just are egoistic because social media makes us feel that we're above others. I personally think that the day I become egoistic because of my growth online, I will lose the battle, I'll lose the game. Not with you, but with myself, which will be my biggest loss, because I don't ever want to think I'm better than others or above others. And I think when you get into that thought, it's downhill from there, which is why there are so many people stuck there. The world will not put us on a pedestal just because we want to be on one. The third one is Stillness Is The Key, Ancient Strategy for Modern Life. I also usually say that meditation is an ancient solution to all our modern problems. If you have stress or you're experiencing hypertension, blood pressure, meditation actually helps you with all of it. I have a 30-minute routine in the morning. Not sure if it's 30 minutes, but somewhere around that. I do Kapalbhati Pranayam followed by Anulom Vilom and then Om Chanting, and then I meditate for 10 minutes. Stillness is so important to just be emotionally regulated and experience the world from a more stabilized point of view and a stabilized emotional state, but we're losing it. We're actually not still, and we are anything but still because we're jumping from one thing to another, one task to another, one app to another, one person to another, one job to another. We are just not still. And I feel that's taking away our ability to deal with the world around us, because from a very still perspective, all bad things that are happening to you can actually be perceived better. Fixing things here changes a lot here and with the world around you. This book talks about different ways in which being still helps you, the importance of it, and how you can cultivate the practice. So there's a 4th book. I know I said a trilogy, but then I read a 4th book by this author that I really like. It's called Courage Is Calling, and I think there's another one after this because this is some new, not a trilogy, maybe a trilogy that he's releasing. But I loved Courage Is Calling, and it's actually the Stoic Virtue series. I really liked it because to do big things in life, you need to take big steps, and that's not easy. There's so much of fear attached to it, and there are so many things that can go wrong, and you can make a fool out of yourself. What will people think of you? What will you think of yourself? And it's a very difficult place to be in. The last 2 years that things have changed in my life, I used the courage that I didn't even know that I have. And I have seen the importance of it, which is why today I'm more comfortable taking big steps, whether it's in the name of releasing products or putting out content that I'm very scared to put out, but I do it anyway. That okay, we'll see what happens. So I hope this book encourages you to have more courage and cultivate that strength. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you even read one of these books, please let me know how you found it. And if you think I should talk about books more often, or you have like book specific advice on what you would want to know about, then please leave it in the comments. It is very helpful when I know that when I know exactly what you want and I can help you get there. So yeah, thank you for watching.